All right, let's talk about one of the biggest hurdles for the future of AI, data storage. And no, I'm not just talking about bigger hard drives. This is a fundamental rethink of how data has to be stored, verified, and secured for a world where AI agents are acting on our behalf. So today we're going to dig into a project called Data Haven that's being built to solve this exact problem.
Yeah, this quote really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? We're moving way beyond AI as just a tool that crunches information for us. We're talking about a future where AI is an autonomous agent that acts with us, making its own decisions and carrying out transactions in both the digital and, the physical world.
So what does this AI-powered future actually look like? Well, imagine autonomous apps and DeFi protocols, financial systems without the big banks in the middle, all running on a shared foundation of trusted, verifiable information. It's all about building an ecosystem where humans and machines can actually work together securely and, without all the friction. Okay, so for this vision to actually work, a few things have to come together. First up, you need AI agents that can think for themselves and make moves. Second, you need decentralized apps that can all use the same data without some central boss controlling everything. Third, and this is huge, all of this needs data that is truly sovereign, meaning you and only you are in charge of it, and totally resistant to censorship. And finally, you've got to build this whole system from the ground up, totally free from the clunky old tech of the past. So here's the catch. This isn't some sci-fi movie stuff, It's literally happening right now. AI agents are already out there executing smart contracts. Those are just self-enforcing digital agreements. And they're completely changing whole industries. And all this rapid change is putting a ton of pressure on our current data infrastructure, which, let's be honest, just wasn't built for any of this. So that leads us to the million-dollar question. Can the way we store and manage data today actually handle what autonomous AI needs? And look, the short answer, it's a big no. And the reasons why really shine a light on this massive gap between the old world and the new world we're building. Let's really break this down. On one hand, you've got the old way. Centralized, which means it's got these single points of failure, super vulnerable to being shut down or censored. It's also static. It just kind of sits there holding data. But what this new AI world needs, it's the total opposite. A decentralized, censorship-resistant backbone. It needs more than just storage. It needs a verifiable environment so you can prove the data's legit. And crucially, old systems have no context. AI needs an infrastructure that actually understands and enforces rules about the data it's using. All right, so to tackle these challenges head on, you obviously need a totally new solution. And that's where Data Haven enters the picture. And listen, this isn't about slapping a Band-Aid on old tech. It's a project designed from the ground up to build the foundational data layer for this new AI native world. So at its heart, Data Haven is a decentralized storage protocol. But honestly, its mission is way, way bigger than just that. It's been specifically engineered to create a secure space where humans and AI agents can not only coexist, but can actually collaborate and thrive together. So to pull this whole thing off, Data Haven is built on these 4 core principles. Think of them as the pillars holding the whole thing up. These are the absolute non-negotiables that make real AI native storage even possible. All right, let's walk through them. First up, security. The system has to be completely tamper-proof, no exceptions. Next, scalability. As AI models, real-world assets, and all these decentralized networks grow, the storage has to keep up, right? No bottlenecks. Third, and this one is a huge deal, immutability and verifiability. This is about having that mathematical proof that your data hasn't been messed with, giving you absolute control. And last but not least, smart spending. Nobody likes surprise bills, right? So it's a clear pricing model where you only pay for exactly what you use.
And hey, this isn't just some idea on a whiteboard. It's already getting some serious traction. Get this, Data Haven is the preferred storage partner for EigenLayer, Ethereum's biggest restaking protocol. Now, for a system like EigenLayer, which is all about securing new networks, having verifiable and tamper-proof data is everything. So this partnership, that's a huge vote of confidence. It basically shows the industry gets it. They see how critical this is. Building this kind of future isn't just about code. It's about people. It's about building a community. So if this whole vision is clicking with you, Data Haven's actually created a pretty cool way to get involved and be part of the mission. They've got this thing called Camp Haven. It's basically a gamified way to get you onboarded, learn about how it all works, and contribute. You complete these quests and challenges, and you can earn your spot in the upcoming $Have token airdrop. It's a pretty smart way to educate and reward the people who show up early. Which brings us to their pretty powerful call to action. Leave the herd, join the haven.
It's basically a challenge, right? To stop following the crowd with these old centralized systems and become part of building a new sovereign foundation for our data. And all of this really leaves us with one big, crucial question to think about. In a world where machines and people are sharing and using the same data, who gets to set the rules? Data Haven is putting an answer on the table, a protocol built on principles that are verifiable, transparent, and user-controlled. But really, it's a question that all of us are going to have to figure out as we build this thing together.